morning, my dear children. Today we are going to study Geography Chapter 7 Human Environment Settlement, Transport and Communication. The topics in the chapter: settlements, rural settlements, urban settlements, transport, roadways, railways, waterways, airways, and communication. So, let's get started with the topics. Settlements. Settlements are places where people build their homes. Settlements can be of two types: temporary settlements and permanent settlements. Temporary settlements, which are occupied for a short time, are called temporary settlements. For example, the people living in deep forests, hot and cold deserts, and mountains. Permanent settlements, which are made to live in for a long time, are called permanent settlements. Example: people build homes to live in. Settlements are places where people build their homes and live in. Early humans lived on trees and in caves and depend on the nature for shelter. As agriculture came into existence, there was a need of the permanent settlement near the crops. Due to this need, villages, towns, and cities started growing around the areas where there were water and fertile land for agriculture. As human society progressed with development of trade, commerce, and manufacturing, human settle became larger civilization developed near the river valleys. So settlements are of two types: temporary settlement. It is where a group of houses are occupied for a short period of time. So settlements can be found in deep forests and hot and cold deserts and mountains. People in these kinds of settlements practice hunting, gathering, and shifting cultivation. Permanent settlements, in which our group of people are occupied for a long period of time. In these type of settlements, people build homes to live in. People in these kind of settlements are farmers, office or factory workers. The place where a building or a settlement develops is called its site, which is selected on the basis of following conditions: favorable climate, availability of water, suitable land, and fertile soil. So, let's move on to the second topic, that is rural settlements. The villages are rural settlements where people are engaged in activities like agriculture, fishing, forestry, craftswork, and trading, etc. Rural settlements can be compact or scattered. A compact settlement is a closely built area of dwellings wherever flat land is available. In a scattered settlement, dwellings are spaced over an extensive areas. This type of settlement is mostly found in hilly tracts, thick forests, and regions of extreme climate. In rural areas, people build houses to suit their environment. In regions of heavy rainfall, houses have slanting roofs. In the regions where water accumulates in the rainy season, houses are constructed on a raised platform or stilts. In the areas of hot climate, thick mud walled houses with thatched roofs. Urban settlements. The towns are small and the cities are larger urban settlements. In urban areas, the people are engaged in manufacturing, trading, and services. Next, transport. Transport is the means by which people and goods move. In earlier days, people had to walk and used animals to carry their goods. With the passage of time, different means of transport developed, but even today, people use animals for transport. In India, donkeys, mules, bullocks, and camels are common. In the Andes Mountains of South America, llamas are used. In Tibet, yaks are used. The four major means of transport are roadways, railways, waterways, and airways. Roadways. Roadways are most commonly used means of transport, especially for short distances. Roads are classified into two types: metalled, that is pakka, and unmetalled, kacha. The plains have a dense network of roads. Roads are also present in terrains like deserts, forests, and even high mountains. Manali Leh Highway in the Himalayan mountains is one of the highest roadways in the world. Roads built underground are called subways or underpaths. Flyovers are built over raised structures. Next, railways. The railways carry heavy goods and people over long distances quickly and cheaply. Today, diesel and electric engines have largely replaced the steam engines. In places, super-fast trains have been introduced to make the journey faster. The railway network is well developed over the plain areas with the advanced technological skills. Railway lines are also being laid in difficult mountain terrains also. However, these are lesser in numbers. Indian railway network is well developed and largest in Asia. Next, waterways. Waterways are the cheapest for carrying heavy and bulky goods over long distances. These are mainly of two types: inland waterways and sea routes. Navigable rivers and lakes are used as inland waterways. Some of the important inland waterways are the Ganga Brahmaputra river system, the Great Lakes in North America, and the River Nile in Africa. Sea routes and oceanic routes are mostly used for transporting merchandise and goods from one country to another. These routes are connected with the ports. Some of the important ports of the world are Singapore and Mumbai in Asia, New York, Los Angeles in North America, etc. Airways. Airways is the fastest way of transport developed in the early 20th century. It is also the most expensive due to high cost of fuels. Air traffic is adversely affected by bad weather like fog and storms. It is the only mode of transport to reach the most remote and distant areas, especially where there are no roads and railways. Helicopters are extremely useful in most inaccessible areas and in time of calamities for rescuing people and distributing food, water, clothes, and medicines. Some of the important airports are Delhi, Mumbai, New York, London, Paris, Frankfurt, and Cairo. Next, communication. Communication is the process of conveying messages to others. With the development of technology, humans have devised new and fast modes of communication. Different modes of communication are used to provide information, to educate, as well as to entertain. Through newspapers, radio, and television, we can communicate with a large number of people. They are therefore called mass media. The satellites have made communication even faster. Now we can send electronic mails or emails through internet. Wireless telephonic communications through cellular phones have become very popular today. Internet not only provides us with worldwide information and interaction but has also made our lives more comfortable. Okay? Thank you.